Okay, let's talk about the metaverse. You've heard the term everywhere, right? But what is it really? Once you get past all the hype, well, in this explainer, we are going to break it all down.
We're going to cut right through the noise, the buzzwords, all of it, to really understand what the metaverse is. And here's the key. It's not some single app or game you can download. Think of it as the next big step in how we live our digital lives, a more immersive internet. Let's unpack what that actually means.
You know, this whole idea isn't as new as you might think. The word metaverse actually comes from a sci-fi novel from way back in 1992 called Snow Crash. Neil Stephenson imagined this incredible synthetic world that was tied directly to our own. It was fiction, sure, but wow, did it lay the groundwork for everything we're talking about today.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How close are we to that sci-fi vision? Is this still just a futuristic daydream, or are we actually starting to see the pieces fall into place right now?
Okay, so at its heart, here's the modern concept of the metaverse. It's a shared virtual space that's always on, and it blends right into our physical world. Now, there are a couple of really key words here. Persistent. That means it doesn't just switch off when you log out. And shared, which means we're all in it together at the same time.
Building this future, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not a single leap. It's more like a journey. And the academics who study this stuff, they see it as a three-stage process, kind of like a roadmap from where we are today to where we're headed.
And this slide right here really shows the gap we need to cross. Think about how we use the internet now. We jump between all these different unconnected apps and websites, right? A Zoom call ends and poof, that virtual room is just gone. The vision for the metaverse is a permanent, connected reality. A place where you could, say, buy a digital jacket in one virtual world and then wear it in a totally different one. That's what interoperable really means. All these different worlds finally talking to each other.
So, how do we get from here to there? Well, the path kind of follows these three big steps. First up, we create digital twins. These are super detailed virtual copies of real-world things. Imagine a city creating a digital twin to test out new traffic patterns without ever moving a single real car. Pretty cool, right? Then we move into the digital native stage. This is where we start creating brand new things, art, businesses, entire cultures that only exist in the digital world. And the final stage, they call it Surreality. And that's the big one. That's when the two worlds really merge and start interacting with each other seamlessly.
All right, so what's actually making all of this possible? What's the engine behind this massive transformation? Let's take a peek at the tech, because it's not just one thing. It's a bunch of powerful technologies all coming together at once.
You can really think of the core technology like three giant pillars holding this whole thing up. First, you've got extended reality, or XR. That's the gateway, the headsets and glasses that let us actually step inside these worlds. Then you have AI, artificial intelligence. That's the engine, building these smart, responsive worlds and the characters in them. And finally, you've got blockchain. That's the foundation for a real economy, the thing that proves you actually own your digital stuff.
But you know what? The tech is really only half the story. The metaverse, at the end of the day, is a human ecosystem. So to really get it, we need to look at the three big ideas that are all about us, the users, and how we're going to live in this new space.
And this just nails the human side of it all. Our avatars, they're not just little cartoon characters. They're us. They're our digital identity. Then there's the virtual economy, where we can create things, sell them, and trade. Think of it like the economy in a video game, but with real-world value. You can buy and sell digital art, clothes, even virtual land. And maybe most important of all is social acceptability. This is about us figuring out the new rules of the road, the ethics, the norms for how we treat each other and protect people's privacy in this brand new society.
Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. What's the one big, crucial idea you should walk away with? Where is this whole thing really going?
I think this is the most important takeaway. The ultimate goal here isn't to escape reality. It's to add to it. The best way to think about the metaverse is simply as the next version of the internet, a 3D layer that's always on, weaving our digital and our physical lives together in a way we've never seen before.
And that leaves us with one last and honestly pretty critical question. As these two worlds blend into one, who's in charge? Who gets to decide what's fair, what's private, and what the rules of this new shared reality are going to be? That's the challenge that all of us are going to have to figure out together.